What's up, guys? Coconut here. Welcome to another episode of Mandala Mindset, where we talk some shit, real shit, and bullshit. All right. If you do like what you hear, do like and subscribe. And if you have your take on everything, feel free to comment below. And I would like to hear your thoughts. You know. And today we'll be going over motivation versus discipline, right? As you listen to the two, motivation sounds light, it sounds like it almost sounds like the same thing, but motivation sounds light and positive, and whereas discipline sounds grimy, dark, straight, unpleasant, which it is. But if well, just for an example, what do you hear from someone that comes out of the like a big hiatus, like they disappeared for like 2 weeks to a month, they come back and you see them at the gym or something and they're like, all right, I'm back, I'm motivated, that's and after a week or so they fall off again, and they're just like they're like off and on, um as a coach, it is one frustrating thing from some clients out there. They say they want it. You can see the light in their eyes. They're ready. They want it, and then they just disappear. They stop answering your calls. They stop texting you back. And I get it. I get it. Like, I wasn't always the most disciplined person, so it took me a while to get the things I want today, because I used to be that off and on person. And so, but eventually once you realize what you want, when you want it bad enough, when you reach your lowest lows, eventually the discipline will come through. And of course, you're going to use motivation to re-spark your discipline, say like you're getting grinded out, you just want to take a really big break, but then what helps the discipline is they remotivate themselves. Most of them remember why they started, just for my experiences, stay disciplined in the MMA world to keep my weight low is we're moving here to Colorado and getting like just a, no offense, but like a regular job versus the paychecks I used to have back at UFC Gym. It like just struggling paychecks I'm getting right now is making me remember why I started MMA. Yeah, I might be fighting for money, but it's I just remember working at this place. I mentioned in my earlier videos that I worked at this place called Haunted Trust, and I was working for $9.50 an hour, still living with my parents, still broke as hell, and I barely go out. Mind you, I barely, if you know me and my brother, we barely go out and drink and stuff, and I'm just one. Yeah. Well, hello again. Sorry about that. My brother needed something. So where was I? So I was working at this place. Mind you, I'm probably gonna be too. I am a bit lazy, but I'm gonna be too lazy to edit this video, so I'm just gonna combine these two videos here. Anyway, so yeah, I was working at this place called Haunted Trust. We built trusses. The labor was incredibly hard. Like, I hated that labor. And this is back in like 2010, 2009, 2010, right out of high school and stuff. But this is a hard labor job, getting paid for so little bit, barely going out, still always broke, still living with my parents, and it's almost too embarrassing to take a girl home, really. And I remember just one time I went so low to a point where I remember I was tear jerking at work, like, dude, there's got to be more to life than just working, paying rent. And like, I almost broke down at work, and it was just you know, my car kept breaking, so most of my paychecks would go to my car, or like registration, parking tickets, because the place I lived at, it's, you know, the fucking cops would give you tickets for almost everything. And yeah, so just there was no way, like, I'm seeing my friends' social medias, I'm getting kind of jealous, like, how are these guys going out so much? And, you know, I'm here still broke, you know. And I remember a couple weeks later, my friend, I started training at Animal House, you know, again, you know, relieving some stress with MMA, boxing, kickboxing, and stuff. And then, um, yeah, it was just, I was just so hungry. And then eventually I joined, my friend asked me, hey, we should check out UFC gym. But like, this was before UFC gym in Kakako opened. And, oh, well, they were opening. And we decided to go that day. And I remember thinking, this is it. You know, this is how I'm going to change my life. I don't care how far it is from Campbell Industrial to Inkapale to downtown. This is where I know I'm going to change my life. You know, this is what I want. I'm going to make sure fighting saves my life, because there's got to be more to this. You know, that was my lowest low. And so just having this kind of job again, me as a plumber, at a maintenance plumber at a hotel, and for not too much cash, I'm just like, yeah, I remember why I started. I'm going backwards right now. I'm not like, I knew I wasn't gonna go backwards when I left Hawaii, but it was just, it's giving me that drive again. Now I'm hungry again. Now you know, it's easy to keep my weight low because I'm ready to take, you know, any 125 fight, you know. But yeah, anyway, once you find your lowest low, once you get past that breaking point, that's when you start, because once you remember that feeling, it's easy to just keep yourself on track. And yeah, and I get it, like, I want to take breaks too, so I do go with I call it a 6-to-1 program, where I do everything that helps me reach my goals, whatever your goals are. It's not just MMA, but yeah, I go at it 6 days of the week, and I have one rest day, and that rest day is literally, it has nothing, that day has nothing to do with anything in my goals. You know what I mean? I will not talk about MMA. I will put time for myself. I will study, read, write, bull BS, like I'm starting this YouTube video, you know. And yeah, just anyway related to unrelated to my goals. That way I don't really burn myself out. I do believe in burning out, and you know, there's some people that say 6-to-1 might be too extreme. 5-2, like your typical 9-to-5 job, 5 days a week, 2 rest days. Some people might prefer that. As for me, like I said, it's I know myself. I know if I have a second day rest, it's hard to I know myself, it's hard for me to pick myself back up and get back on the grind, and it's just gonna feel like another Monday when I start again after the break, you know. Now it just feels like you're just working now, you know. So I try not to leave myself too much with too long of a break. And then yeah, but and then there's those other guys, you know, that's like, you don't need to rest, you know. And like, yeah, like I said earlier, I do believe in burning yourself out. And there's some guys where they don't believe in rest. They completely fall off track, like worse than the off and on guy, where they're like, instead of the off and on guy coming back every week or 2 weeks and shit like that, there's the disciplined guy that burned himself out, completely collapsed drive, collapse their wealth, their health, and lose themselves in the process. And sometimes they lose their drive completely and just don't come back and do what they want. They couldn't finish what they started, you know. So don't. I do believe in taking that break. So for just like an example, one thing my coach told me when I started working at UFC gym, because we work 6 days a week, because obviously we got to deal with everyone else's, your client schedules, not just your own. You basically make your own schedule, but there's it's limited because you got to work with everyone, all your client schedules. And yeah, he taught me that, like, if you're gonna, since we got to work 6 days a week, make sure your one day, no, like, just take a complete break. So, like, don't even answer your clients' texts, phone calls, or anything. Just keep it with you and your family, and do your agendas. Be proactive, productive. Just other things to do than sell your soul to your goal. There's go enjoy the beach. You still gotta live. Even swimmers gotta come up and like deep sea divers gotta come back up to take a breath. So don't burn yourself out before you sink. Don't let yourself sink. When you want that break. And there's gonna be days like where like half, like middle of the week, you're like, maybe I should add one more rest day. I get it, like, but always try to find a difference between you really needing that break versus you're just being really lazy today. And I'm a victim of that. I do. We're all human. But yeah, try to fight that mindset. Make sure you're not mindset. Fight that emotion. Fight that emotion. Your mindset should always be stronger than your emotion. If I've done whatever I feel all the time, I'd do nothing. I would call in for sick for work all the time. I would skip training. But so just like note of the day. Keep your mind stronger than your emotions, but always listen to your body. Know the difference between you being lazy and you really needing that rest. But that's all I got for you today. Aloha.